The eggs have arrived in the mail today. I ordered from Michigan um, Calduck eggs and black East Indy eggs. Black East Indy ducks are a very small duck like the Bantam Calducks. They eat a lot less food. They're darling to watch, and I just really like them. I had three left after predation up at the new homestead, and I brought them back. The very first night, what I am assuming was a raccoon killed the two drakes, and that was around the 27th of May. And according to the internet, eggs are fertile for 10 to 14 days after breeding. So I have my fingers crossed. We're out of the 2 week window with that little hen, but 2 days ago she went broody on 5 or 6 eggs. I definitely am not checking. I'm going to leave her happy right where she is. I also have 3 eggs in the incubator that were hers, and a raccoon pulled one out of her pen through 1 inch chicken wire that was over chain link. I'm assuming it was a raccoon. I've seen one out there stealing cat food 2 different nights and drinking water from the great big tub that I have. It's a big stock tank tub from Tractor Supply. And one of her eggs broke in the bathroom where I had her. I had to leave and go up to my daughter's for a while, and after the raccoon, or what I'm assuming was a raccoon, took the egg, I wanted her to be safe, and so she was in the bathroom, and she had laid an egg, but then she knocked something off of the counter onto it, and it broke it. It was her feed dish. I had a can with duck feed in there, and she broke it. So we've got the 3 eggs of hers in the incubator, and then she just went broody after I'd ordered these. They had to collect them for a few days. So it took a while. I didn't know she was going to lay more eggs and sit on them. And again, I'm not sure they're fertile. These are supposed to be fertile. And of course, they've had a long trip from Michigan clear to California, but they are beautiful and they came very well packed. I'm extremely pleased. I got 3 extras, which I've got upright in the box here because they're supposed to sit for a while after they're done being delivered by the post office to let them settle in. So this evening I'll be putting them in incubator, which I've had set up for some days. I've set up a second incubator to put the 5 chicken eggs I have in. Raccoon also killed all the chickens, but not until 2 weeks after the ducks. I figured they were safe and they were getting up and roosting, but I went out and they were all dead. And I don't think there's anything large enough that we have here, or sorry, small enough, except maybe a raccoon or an opossum, to get through any of the gaps I have, because all of the chicken areas are covered in chicken wire. And now it could have been an opossum, but I think raccoons have a little more dexterity, and I've seen the raccoon, so I'm assuming that's what it was. So this evening these are going to be going into the incubator, and I have high hopes that I'm going to get some to hatch. Generally 50% is really good, and there are 15 eggs, so if I get 15%, I may have about 7 baby ducks. Again, they say don't count your chickens until they hatch. I think that's the same edict for duck eggs, but they're beautiful eggs, ship beautifully. I wanted to show you how they came. They were in little plastic bags here, and most of the bags had sticky on the end, but some of them came, I think you can see it there, with a piece of tape, and there wasn't sticky on the edge of the bag. So they're not just bubble wrap, they're a bag that the egg was inside of, and these were probably, reused ones from something that the adhesive on the edge had dissipated and they used a piece of tape. But most of them were just stuck to themselves with no extra tape. So they were rolled up. The egg was inside, and they were all rolled up like this and stuck down. And so I unstuck them, unrolled them, took them out. What I liked about this shipper was that all the eggs were with the air sac up on the top. They were all sitting in an upright position in the box. Who knows how it got tipped when it came through the postal system, but I'm hoping that they took care of them and paid attention to the signs that said this side up and do not drop. Because even the jiggling and jostling of them can affect their ability to hatch. So, I have high hopes, and I will post a video if they hatch. It takes 28 days for duck eggs, only 21 for chickens. If you have Muscovies, I believe it's about 32 days for the Muscovies. But these should be around 28 days of hatching. And I'm going to try to keep the incubator at 99.5 degrees. Right now, I just got a more accurate thermometer in there, and it's sitting at 103. So I'm going to try and get it cooled down just a little bit. And 103 is about the max you want it. Anyway, I'm going to try and drop it a few degrees before I get these duck eggs in there. And then to have duck eggs hatch, well, supposedly you're supposed to mist them every day and let them cool for a little bit. So I've set up a second incubator, and if I can get the temperature in that one regulated, I'll be putting the 5 chicken eggs that were a Polish rooster. I had a couple Polish hens and then some silky hens. So I'm not sure what I'll get if any of those will hatch. And the raccoon got into the chicken house and ate all the other eggs that were in the nest box. So the shells again are there, licked out like the duck egg. And I just want to say, you can find anything you want on eBay.